Hey everybody, welcome back to the screencast. Mr. S here, coming to you live from Conestoga. We are talking today in geometry about finding the volume of a triangular prism. And in case you've never seen a triangular prism, it's sort of this one right here. If you've seen a glass prism, the kind which reflect light and change it into, or refract light, I suppose, and change it into all the different spectrums of light. Yeah, you know what we're talking about here. There is a new formula today. Yesterday we did the volume of a rectangular prism, and we knew that's length times width times height. Today we're going to be talking about volume equals base, and it's a big B there. So we've been talking about in my class that big B is a little different than just a regular base, which is really the area of a base times its height. So let's snap right into one and see how we accomplish this. All right. Find the volume of this triangular prism. What I'm going to do first, step one, is to find, if our formula is V equals the base area times the height of the prism, I'm going to find the base first. And what I'm looking for is a triangle, and this little symbol, we've talked about this in the past, that little right angle symbol touches both the base and the height of the base triangle. So step one, I'm going to need to figure out the area of that triangle. And I see 10 and 8. And I know that the formula is to divide that by 2. Base times height divided by 2. That would be 80 divided by 2, which would equal 40. The area of this triangle right here is 40. This number doesn't really play into our formula whatsoever. I think that's the hypotenuse. We'll worry about that later in life. And then what I want to take is the height, or the backbone of this prism, that one right there. That's if I set the base onto a table, which would be this triangle. What's shooting up? What's our height? It's that line right there. We're going to multiply this times 13. That's our h. So now we have b times h is what I'm doing right here, which is 40 times 13. And that equals 520. Now, we talked about class A labeling is important. It's 520. And since meters, and since we're finding the volume, in other words, how many little square meters fit inside this container of this triangular prism, it's cubed, or like meter cubes, which are pretty big. That's an enormous triangular prism. How about one more example before we go here? Oh, this one we took the triangular prism and flipped it on its side so that the base is facing directly at us. How do I know that? Well, I'm looking for this right angle symbol right there that touches base and height of the big B, because remember, the volume is the area of the base times the height. Let's find the area of this base. We have 7 and 10. 7 times 10, remembering our formula for finding the area of a triangle. So we're trying to find this area right in here. Is also divided by 2, which is 70 divided by 2. I do believe that's 35. And actually that's feet squared, because that's the area right in there. Now we need to know that because that's our base. What's our height? Well, it's the only remaining bit. And if I did take this shape, it's kind of hard to see. I wish I could do a 3D model for you and flip this base down onto the tabletop. This would then be sticking up, so that would be our height. So we have 35 times 4. Let's do it the old-fashioned way, shall we? What's 5 times 4? 20 is correct. Carry the 2. 4 times 3, that's 12, plus 2, 140. All right, 140 feet cubed. Thanks for catching that. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you find the volume of a triangular prism. Ladies and gentlemen, please check out the screencast some more. Go back and see their old issues. Hey, email me. Let me know how we're doing. Check out our blog site, too, the Shetlandary. And like and subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great weekend. And that's the maths you should know.